Welcome to GTR Festival here in Ennis, Texas, Texas Motorplex for a festival. We've got a car show, drifting, drag racing, a little bit of everything, and a whole lot of rare GTRs that you don't usually see in the United States, but they're all here in one location, probably the largest Skyline GTR meet ever in US history. We're gonna show you some of our favorite cars, some of the highlights from racing, and all the unique stuff that showed up here at the event right now. Are you running your grudge race now or just testing?
Testing, but it's still on 1,000.
Do you roll race this car very often?
Nah. It's a GTR, it's four-wheel drive, I want to drag race it.
I see you make it interesting, do it without your steering wheel.
You steer. You steer.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I've got it on about, probably maybe touch over 1,000, you know, just thereabouts. It's certainly not like off its head wicked up. Off its head wicked up is probably maxed out this turbo at about 1,200. So yeah, about 1,000.
So you have a grudge race with Andrew set up, and he's a little bit higher horsepower.
He's by about 1,000.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't even know why I'm doing it.
Andrew Hawkins, the organizer of GTR Festival, about to make a test pass in his R32. Ran an 8-second pass in the quarter, I think yesterday or the day before. See how the roll race goes.
Yeah, boy.
Dang, 167 at Andrew's car, and it was a little unsettled when it went over the, got to the starting line, and then just instantly squatted and about took a shit. that looked like fun. Billy's GTR up here after last night's runner-up in the roll race. They have never drag raced this car in its current trim, and it should be able to run a 6 pretty easily, but they're gonna have to work their way up to it, I'm guessing. We'll see what it runs first drag racing pass ever on this car right now.
740. Holy moly. Letting out. 193.
Having to work a lot harder than they need to on that one. 740, first pass ever on that setup on Billy's car on the drag strip. Not a bad place to start. They want to run a 6 by the end of the day. They're off to a great start. I've seen this car make some wild passes, but that's probably one of the wildest I've seen.
Yeah, that one was definitely walking around a little bit. So
Left, right. I see you're doing a tire change.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so we're changing out the tires. So we have radials on the front and slicks on the back, and that's really a bad idea. But in the past, we've ran these M&Hs, and we've been okay with it, and it hasn't really done too bad. But we put these Mickeys on there because it's the new go-to tire on the front of these, and it just felt like it's walking around too much. So we're doing a tire change, and then we'll go back out and try to run it again. Hopefully,
it looks like a 6 should be pretty easy.
Yeah, like I mean, it went that 740 at 193 with a big lift. So I think we should be pretty solid.
Hell yeah. I forgot to ask you yesterday, how much power do you think this is making right now?
So we're probably about 3,200. We got to turn down a little bit this weekend, you know, just so we can have some fun. You know, we just want to go rounds.
Out of a 6-cylinder.
Yes, out of a 6-cylinder.
All right, hopefully a 6 next.
Yes, hopefully a 6.
All right, the main event here, June 2, the quickest all-wheel drive GTR in the world. It's like a 630 something, about to make a pass on American soil at an event for the first time. They've been struggling to find parts here. Neil Chance, Marty Chance got him a converter piece to get him back on the racetrack yesterday. Let's go! big old burnout. Hopefully the pass is just as good.
Oh my God. He's doing the same thing Dan Rue did yesterday, man. Shaky, shaky.
What's up, Rob? Good to see you again.
Oh, good to see you, man.
On American soil for the
Yeah,
first time.
Exciting to be here.
You are the main event in my eyes of this event because you brought an Australian car over to American soil for the first GTR festival. I'm sure you're excited about that yourself.
Look, 100%. We're excited to be here. For us, obviously, it's you know, like a new experience. It's great to be in America racing a GTR or R32 GTR and just see how it's all done.
Yeah, right across the street from T1 over here.
Exactly, yeah.
They've been doing amazing things with R35s for years.
100% they are.
Very
Yeah.
cool. So what's your goal having the car here this year? What are you hoping to do other than just be here?
Obviously, look, the car, we haven't taken it out for a few years since we ran the 630.
Sure.
Been out to 1 or 2 exhibition events, but we've never really turned it up again. You know, we've been focusing on Zeus, the Pro Mod. So, but coming all this way, we want to put a show on. You know, if it all comes together, we will. Obviously, we've had some little dramas, but we're getting over them now and just need to dial the car into the surface, to the track, to conditions, and then we'll be good.
Cool. And the other side of the world, too.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
I'm sure that's harder for your brain.
Well, we're
than the
limited in
car.
resources, you know, like we're working with, you know, we've had, look, Magnus has been great. He's given us his warehouse, his shed, like his workshop and tools, and he's been a gentleman. T1 have been great. You know, they've helped us out with whatever we need as well. You know, like the hospitality in this country is amazing.
And you got some parts from Chance.
We did, yes. Thursday we were testing and we broke the spline and the turbine. It's a Chance converter. Where are we going to get a part like that from?
Yeah.
And they closed Thursday afternoon, Friday, and he got on, like he answered his phone and said, "Oh yeah, no problem." He opened up on Friday on his day off. We couldn't get it here quick enough. He goes, "No worries, I'll meet you halfway." The boys went, met him in Oklahoma City.
No way.
He was amazing. Like
That's
honestly,
amazing.
we couldn't ask for more.
Amazing.
Yeah. Like I was about to have someone from Australia jump on a plane and come.
With the
That's
parts
how
out of your
desperate
garage.
we're not going to come all this way and not race.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, real quick, what's the combo on this car? It's been a long time since I've seen it. It's different than last time I saw it.
Yeah, it looks different because we gave it a freshen up.
Gotcha.
Okay, because
Looks
obviously
beautiful.
we're coming all this way, but the combo itself is pretty much identical to when we ran the 637. It's a 3.2 Netto stroker bottom end, billet block, billet sump, our race head, Gen 2 110 108, water to air, 24 injector ID 2600s. Yeah,
Two sets.
ignition system.
What? The 110 millimeter turbo? 108?
Yeah, 110
That's
108 Gen
insane.
2, not the XPR. Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Anybody else on a GTR running over 100 millimeter turbo?
Well, in Zeus we run the 110
Well,
114,
true. In your
114,
Pro
the
Mod.
bigger rear.
And your claim to fame right now, quickest all-wheel drive GTR.
GTR, yeah.
Still 7
Yep.
or 637?
637, 224, which was set 2.5, nearly 3 years ago.
Insane. Insane. Well, I'm excited to see what you do here in
Thanks,
Texas.
man. Well, we're gonna give it our best. Obviously, we're still dialing the car in. It's new conditions, new surface. We've got to see what the car wants, and if it all comes together, we'll try and give it a good hit.
It's just a treat to see this car here and to see the crew here too.
Look, if we can run a Mitchelos 6, we'll be very happy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good for the fans. Good for everyone. Good for us. Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Look at this. George and Christine Dodworth pairing up side by side for the first time in a drag race. George has been in the mid sixes, 6'5" something. Christine 702 or 704, almost in the sixes. It'd be great to see her do it here at GTR Festival. Be even better to see them both do side by side sixes. Not a very lucky number, but one of the first sixes we've seen this weekend. Well, first 6-second all-wheel drive we've seen this weekend, I'm pretty sure. Amazing. A Toyota Tercel with a bumper exit exhaust. We gotta check this thing out. All right, I had to come check this thing out because I've never seen a highly modified Toyota Tercel.
Yeah.
Tell me what we're looking at here. How much power does it make, first of all?
Somewhere in the range 400, 500. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, depending on the boost, but yeah, it's
500 horsepower to sell.
yeah.
Have you found anybody else that's done this to this platform?
Yeah, but they're not, I guess they're not as local, so I haven't seen them. So technically, for all I know, right now, yeah.
Yeah. You're the only crazy, one of the only crazy guys to do something like
Out here
this.
just getting busy with it.
Yeah. So walk me through the build. What's this is the stock displacement, stock engine?
Yeah, yeah,
built?
1.5 liter, yeah. Bicycle pistons, like some unknown forged rods. Yeah, heads ported aggressively, and some cams and valve springs.
Yeah.
Yeah, revving to like 8K, 28 pounds of boost.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Insane. Does it get traction very well?
No.
No. What
Yeah.
tires?
In
you
the
run
lower
on?
gears, anyways.
What
Yeah.
tires?
Mickey Thompson's Street R's.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
25, 50, 15. They're
Yeah.
pretty big for that car.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's factory on here? Like a 125, 135?
Like, 175.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Not
but
doing
like a
enough justice.
13-inch tire.
Oh, on a 13.
Yeah. It's not very big on factories. Yeah. But
What color is this? It's not a factory color, that's for sure.
no, it's like, I guess a lighter Nardo gray.
Yeah.
Because it got painted and I'm like, they painted the engine bay and it was too dark. I'm like, put some white into it. I don't want it too dark. So
I gotcha. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
So it
like
kind
everyone
of,
else does.
its own thing. Yeah.
How big a turbo's on here?
2867R, a Garrett.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks massive next to that tiny engine.
Yeah, it's more expensive than the car, so yeah. Yeah, that
love
was
it.
yeah.
Cool. And the transmission in here?
It's Starlet C52 transmission.
Okay.
Gears are cryo treated. So
It's a stock Toyota transmission,
yes,
the crowd treated to be a little
stock, yeah,
stronger.
stock axles. I'd rather break an axle than a transmission, so I'm like,
Yeah,
you know, trade
that's
off.
a good call.
Yeah.
How many
so,
axles have you gone through on this?
3.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. So I've been soft with the launch. I've been, just kind of rolling it out.
So you're roll racing and drag racing this weekend.
Yeah.
Have you run down the quarter mile with this car?
Not here, no.
Okay.
But I have. The best time I've ever gotten, like, the semi traction is like 12.6.
Okay,
But-
front wheel drive problems.
Yeah, well, and they were on like not drag radials, but the other kind of tires.
Like a road course.
Yeah. They weren't as aggressive as these. So
compound.
hopefully, yeah, these should help.
So
yeah.
we might see the first 11-second pass out of this car this weekend.
I really hope so. Yes, that's my goal.
You got the power to do it. How
Yes.
much does it weigh?
Under 2,000 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Definitely the most unique car I'm going to see here
Yeah,
this
yeah.
weekend.
Full interior too.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. You
They're
could probably
based-
save like 200
yeah.
pounds. That'd be like 10%
Yeah.
of your weight.
Honestly. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So,
cool. Have fun this weekend, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
Thanks
it,
for bringing
man.
something weird.
Yeah. Thank you.
$1283, 109. I bet y'all didn't think you was gonna see a Tercel come up here.
I don't even think I've seen a Tercel.
First one ever.
Yeah. Seriously.
Pardon our brief commercial interruption, but I had to let you guys know we just brought back our OG Turbo Drip design, one of our best-selling shirts and hoodies ever, and we're bringing it back in the t-shirt with the same front and the same back as the hoodie this time. You can find the link to this in the description below so you can get yours today. Back to today's video. What is one of the most Australian things you can think of? Well, they have it here at GTR Festival. There's an actual kangaroo on the property. How's it going? Hello? Hello? Oh, he's so soft. This is Didgeridoo. He's loving the grass.
He is 6 years old.
You're 6 years old.
He is full grown, but he's a neutered male. Keeps him the size of the average.
I've never fed a kangaroo
female.
before.
Being over 6 feet tall.
I've never actually had a chance to pet one this close. Oh, you're so cute. If you guys remember our Japan trip, these two R34s had just been finished Built by Legends, and they are completely restored from the ground up, brand new R34s basically, and just a little bit more power, just the right amount of power for the platform. And there's an R32 next to it here that just got finished as well. These cars were just at SEMA, but if you haven't seen that video from our Japan travels, check it out on our channel. I went for a ride in this R34 around Fuji Speedway and got to see just how special these cars are. And if you notice, not many people are actually looking at these cars because they just look so factory, but little do they know, these cars are both probably about $750,000 a piece. Just insane. There's a number of cars fresh off the SEMA showroom floor, including this R33 from Active Garage. And this is one of several cars they've built with dry carbon fiber. And this one's actually lightly sprayed from the front to most of the back and then faded to just dry, cleared over carbon fiber. Just a work of art to see this car. It's probably my favorite looking car here, and the interior is no exception. Just amazing. I got to peek in the door here a second ago, and the smell of the fresh leather inside was insane. Got some twin turbos still on here, but definitely oversized. And I'm guessing that's probably a stroker motor. Who knows? But I'm sure it's got a decent amount of power. But probably my favorite looking car here, just because of the carbon fiber work. I've never seen that where they just lightly spray over. You can still see the weave, and then the fade in the back is just so calculated. It looks amazing. This definitely has to be the largest collection of older Skylines ever in the US. And my favorite part is seeing my dream Skyline. Look at this. There's 4 R34s right here. 3 of them are GTRs. There's 2 right here. There's like 3 right here. It's literally GTR heaven. If you are a heritage GTR fan, you're missing out if you're not here at GTR Festival. Pretty wild event. Also, speaking of older Skylines, there is a Hakusuka GTR here. It's actually a GTR, and apparently there weren't that many of them made back in the day, just a few hundred. And there's one that's been restored here, all the original factory pieces on the car. And this is a top rank car. You saw the tour in Japan, if you saw our videos from there. They have a crazy amount of Skylines over there for sale on their website. But this car right here, restored for a customer to look the way it came from the factory. Even these fenders right here are how it was from the factory. We've got the tires. There's a manufacturer that makes old looking tires just for rebuilds like this. And as I said, one of very few actual GTRs. It's got some of the Japanese stickers all over it. Different manufacturers that had to do with this build. And the inline 6 that came in the car from the factory. They even remade the stickers up here and on here to make it look how it did from the factory. Really cool to see a 1970 first generation Skyline here in Texas. Not Japan, not Australia, here in Texas. Freshly imported from Japan by Top Rank. It's somewhat rare to see R34 GTRs over here, highly modified, but this car right here, massive turbo on it. Actually got a couple of the R33 right here in the HK's booth. All Alcantara inside and out. Got the midnight purple paint job. Jeez, look at the big boy on there. And a bigger engine in here. We've seen this R33 before. This is a real 400R. And I saw it at SEMA 3 years ago, and it's here driving. It's on bags? What? This car's more of a museum piece than a car you drive around typically. I didn't think I'd see this car driving around. How's it going?
We never met Andrew.
Kyle.
Struggling. Struggling. There you go.
Perfect. So I did a video on this car in 21.
You did.
I never thought I'd see it driving around, especially in Texas.
That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you so much.
This is what cars are built for.
Exactly. They're meant to be driven.
I love it.
Yeah, meant to be driven. So this has been my daily here at the festival, and I've just been having a blast with it. And it's so dialed in now that it's just It's, you know, easy to start, easy to drive. It's perfect.
This car's evolved a lot since I
That's
saw it, right?
correct.
It's got a whole new drivetrain in it?
Whole new drivetrain, yeah.
So you saved the 400R drivetrain
Exactly.
for
Yes,
museum collector piece
Correct.
value.
No, yeah, well, I preserved it. So if this car ever needs to go to a museum or something like that, we can do that.
Amazing.
Just throw it back into it and it'll be perfect.
Hell yeah. Let me check it out.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it's a little different.
Yes.
Because it was just stock when I saw it at
correct.
SEMA, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
So what have you done? What's
So
the
yeah, so
power plant here?
we've done the Nismo inlets. We did a whole brand new crate motor, step 3 high response, GT3 RS turbos, and it's pushing about close to 700.
Really?
And it's so perfect. It's just
that's amazing.
It's on air suspension, and that way I have the front lift and rear lifts because that rear diffuser.
You threw me off when you pull up. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it hangs down so low.
So just like Lambos, you got a front lift.
Exactly. And these are the new UAS struts, and they're 32-way dampening adjustable, and so they feel great, just like all new cars.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So we really paid
Amazing.
homage to the RBX GT2 because it's still a 2.8, and it has a R34 6-speed now. So got rid of the 5-speed, and that's saved on the side too. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Unbolted the old stuff, bolted in the new stuff, and now it's like really drivable because before when I got it, the engine was kind of making a little weird tick, and I just wanted to be careful with it, right? And cars, a performance machine, you have to be able to drive it.
Yes.
Yeah, because you got to check out the Endless 400R brakes that we did. So we did a collaboration with Endless to make these brakes.
Yeah.
And Morrison, Top Rank, helped out the process, and it was just amazing. So lucky to get that done.
The Top Rank guys are amazing. They gave us a tour of their facility in Japan this year.
I bought 90% of my cars from them.
Really?
Yeah.
They've got some sweet
we
inventory.
get along great, and we're all about cars and skylines, and we just it's a great.
Do you have any 34s? Have you had?
Yeah, I do. I do have a 34. Yeah.
Which one do you like better?
You know what? This is honestly.
I mean, it's hard to beat.
This is great. Yeah,
400R.
this is great. And right now, like I said, this is so dialed in now.
Yeah.
It starts every second. It's like a new car. It's like a brand new BMW now.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it turns out he also owns the Bayside Blue and the white R34 here too. So we're gonna check this thing out too. He said you gotta check out the engine bay in here.
This is like a old school style period correct turbo kit that HKS had back in the day because people wanted to do singles, right?
Yep.
But it had the MAFs there, and it was you really couldn't mess with it at the time. So this is a original single turbo kit, low mount single with the wastegate up top, and they cheated the system because they had to run the Y pipe for the 2 MAFs. Isn't that badass? Yeah, and then this is HKS's new 3-liter, brand new 3-liter with the 2-piece piston. So
I like your taste in cars.
Yeah, this one we can't wait to run. Yeah, and we're gonna run it here at the track.
Cool.
But yeah, this is gonna be something else.
And you got the Bayside Blue too.
Yeah, and the Bayside Blue in there.
All the best colors. Holy cow.
Yeah, so
this thing's mint as well.
Exactly. This is another build. They all have their specific themes.
Who built this one?
This is twin turbo. This is all garage at zero.
Okay.
Everything in
all
here.
of them.
All of them. Yes. And so this one we did a twin turbo setup. Kind of kept it Japanese spec, and this thing is about 700.
That's the perfect power for
It
these
is.
cars.
It really is.
Yeah.
I don't need any more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right
I
at the
really
limit
don't.
of breaking a bunch of shit.
Correct. Exactly.
Is there some
Does it
junk
sound
in
like
the
a tin
trunk in the
can?
400R?
Oh yeah.
Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Of course.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so one of my mentors when I grew up in the business, and I used to do mobile audio and stuff like that, and so he's been in like mobile electronic magazines back in the day when people
What's
were
his
doing
name?
ice. Frank Sabroka.
Okay. I used to be a big car audio nut back in 2000.
At traffic jams in Encino.
I know that shop.
Yes.
Yes.
And he did all the demo cars for Pioneer.
Yeah.
He did the Hot Wheels cars.
I was a big SPL
audio.
nut for like 3 years, and at the end of my car audio phase, it was sound quality. I was like, wow.
Exactly.
You can do some really
this
cool
has a full
stuff.
bit Nove sound processor in it, all Audison and Hertz products, all Italy. So, yeah, so it sounds amazing. Yeah. I'll show you the blue one too. I'll leave this open for a second. Yeah. This is
Whoa.
look at this.
Oh, the lighting's amazing.
Yep. And we did something for a GTR festival in our shop and
that.
everything. Yeah. Super cool. So Frank Sabroka at Traffic Jams.
Yeah.
He designed this and built this for me.
I remember all the old school shops. Like 2000, 2004, I was a big audio nut.
Yeah.
And then I got into
everybody was. That's where
racing.
everybody got started.
Yep.
Yeah, and then when we
Fast
could
and the
afford
Furious
it,
days.
when we could afford it, then we started going fast.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Well, I dig the cars. Thank you very much
Kyle.
for the
Yeah,
tour.
you got it, Kyle.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you to Andrew for showing us his JDM collection here. I am so jealous. I want a white R34. And in case you didn't see our first video, this car was valued at like $2.1 million 3 years ago. Someone said it's around 2.8 now. That's one of the reasons why this car is so special. They didn't make very many of these cars, and to see him driving it around is so cool. June 2, back up in the lanes, quickest GTR in the world, hoping to run a 6 here in Texas. He's had 3 swings at it so far. This might be it.
Damn, dude, that was gonna be something spectacular. Holy cow, it lifted the freaking front wheels off the ground. Wow, that was freaking crazy. He lifted the front wheels off the ground. I've never seen an R32 do that in person. That was amazing to watch.
I see a R32 with a parachute on it, and you don't see that too often in the United States. So I'm checking this car out, and it's got a big ass tire on the back.
You guys'
big
are awesome.
cage. This thing's got to make some serious power.
The car's awesome.
Thank you.
Let me see. This is your car?
Yes.
Let me check it out. How's it going? Nice to meet you.
It's still Nissan, but
what the heck? It's got a VR in a 32.
Yeah.
I've only seen an older Skyline with the VR one other time. It was that green Arubasu car in Australia.
Yeah. This is based off of that.
It is?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It had an RB, but like we all know, they have a limit.
Sure.
The block cracked. It's old. It's 30 years old. It's old cast steel. It cracked. So, and we have a GTR shop in LA. It's called Original Auto, and we tune 35s. So the next best bet was
the easiest parts laying around to put in here. Yeah.
And it's cost effective. Like this long block is way cheaper than a billet RB, and it's easy to find. You can buy one anywhere in any state.
So out of a junkyard. Well, maybe not. There's not too many 35s in a junkyard, but yeah.
But it's easier to find than any RV, and it's the same price, or if not
Is it
cheaper.
stock displacement? Have you done much to the motor?
No, it's 4.1. It's built. Yeah, we just throw it in there. Like I said, it's lighter than the cast steel, so this car is lighter than an RV 32 because it's all aluminum.
That's crazy. More displacement, less weight, and some big turbos on here. How big are those?
These are Alpha 10X, so 58 millimeters.
Okay. Yeah. How much power does it make? 1308. Perfect.
Yeah, all the way up.
You had to hit that 13. You need like 12 more horsepower at 1320 number.
Yeah.
Is it all-wheel drive still?
It's all-wheel drive. Yeah.
What transmission did you use in it?
Power Glide with a little adapter to make it all-wheel drive. Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah,
I think we're going to be seeing that more often.
It's super reliable. It's cost effective. I mean, a sequential is like 4 times the price, and it doesn't hold this much power. You know, monster trucks have these transmissions. It has a monster truck transmission.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a power
I didn't know monster trucks ran power glides. That's cool.
They do.
2-speed.
E85 pump. You know, it's
Driving
actually
around much, or is it more of a race car?
Yeah, it still has power windows. The radio works. Like everything works.
The VR-powered R32 is up here for his first drag racing pass. I've been looking forward to seeing this car run. All-wheel drive, 2-speed power glide. What will it run?
Well, that was eventful.
It would not appear that his all-wheel drive system's working there. Just instantly sliding. I smell some coolant. I don't know if that was from him. Definitely the smell of coolant. That's not good.
658, 217.
Another component out here at GTR Festival is the drifting. We got T-Pain and Hurt out here tandem drifting together. Let's watch them real quick. Drifting is where it's at. I think I saw Josh Robinson in the mix on that one too.
Good group of boys right there.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna hop in with Josh Robinson.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
This is the same car. See the sticker? We went ice drifting with Josh Robinson in Minnesota. It looks a little different.
They got painted a couple of weeks ago, that's about it.
Alright, so I'm hopping in this BMW. Slam it? Okay.
Oh no shit.
He is freaking insane.
Yeah?
Yeah. He's like all foot control. He like only grabbed the like handbrake a couple times. So,
Fuck yeah. All power.
He just throttles it out in that thing. It's nuts, and it's RB powered, so the whole time it's
RB power.
Screams, dude.
So in case you didn't recognize Josh Robinson, if you've been watching our channel for a while, you'll remember we met him in California. We went drifting in his Ute here. It's got a little more battle wounds on it than the last time I saw it. But it's very unique. Right-hand drive Ute from Australia. And we saw this thing when it was pretty much new when he first started drifting it. And if you look way back on our channel, look for ice drifting, you can see us riding in this car actually drifting around a lake in the wintertime. It was wild. Unforgettable experience with Josh Robinson. Big thank you to Josh for the ride today and the other 8 times I've ridden with him. We got T-Pain and Hurt out here drifting, a whole bunch of other cars. June 2, back up here, Rob getting buckled in the driver's seat of this car. What a beautiful sunset here at GTR Festival. The weather is perfect to see this car run a 6. We haven't yet. We're really hopeful. They've been sorting things out, and we're hoping this is the pass. Let's go! Oh! This is gonna be the pass right here. We're gonna see a 6 or a 7 or something quicker than a mid 8-second pass. We want to see a full pass out of June 2 here. And this is the time. By the way, look at this. They have a 275 Pro front and back on this car. That is a 275 60/15. Some beefy ass tires on this Skyline.
The kangaroo.
The kangaroo. Dang it.
Sorry, had to get off it.
I know.
Got a little crust up there.
Yeah, he did the same thing last pass. Went towards the center, but that was... All right, so he took another second off of the quickest GTR.
Four-wheel drive, RB powered GTR. Real GTR.
Yes.
32 to 34.
To run in the United States.
35 is not really a GTR, you see.
Oh my gosh. Well, who invited the Aussies?
I know.
Oh wait, it's your event. Mac Brosnan out here. Quickest rear-wheel drive GTR, I think is a 651. He ran a 53 earlier. Let's see if he can go quicker. Dang it, slowed down just a little bit. 54 on the previous, and that was a 58, I believe. All right, so we're having a steak dinner after the event over here at Ruston Cattle Company, and these cars pull up. There's like $4, $5, $6 million in Skylines in the parking lot. The 400Rs here, Millennium Jade, Bayside Blue. Got a couple of Midnight Purple R34s here. My dream car, white R34s over here in the corner. Adam LZ's got his white 4-door over here. There's a black R33. You never see this in the United States, ever. So many epic JDM cars all in one place. Wow.
Today is the last day of GTR Festival, and this is June 2's last chance for a 6-second pass. So, fingers crossed, here we go. First pass of the day. We're starting out strong. 202 miles per hour. There it is.
There we go, the first 6-second pass for the team here in the United States. We want to see them break their own record later today. All right, we got to see it, the first 6-second on American soil pass out of June 2.
Yep.
Not bad.
Just went out and did it. Obviously, it's nowhere near the potential the car has.
Sure.
We turned it down, and we've been battling gremlins the whole time we've been here. As you can see, they're working on the tank. It split last night.
Oh
And
no.
we're sucking water into the end, into the head, and it's split again on that run. So we'll see how we go. We're going to try and get it sorted. Obviously, you know, we want to go out and push it a bit harder and go deep in the sixes, but obviously we don't want to hurt it as well. So
Yep.
we'll do what we can. Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone's been so helpful. Last night, the guys from anyway, I'll remember the name in a second.
Yeah.
They helped us. They welded the tank for us. You can see this
Oh
water.
man.
Yeah. So it's pressurizing and
Dang.
yeah.
The engine's okay?
Well, that's what we're trying to establish.
Why it's
because
pressurizing?
it push water into the head.
Sure.
Pressurized. But these things happen in racing, and we just got to try and sort it out and move on.
You're here putting on a show.
That's it.
what you're here
Yeah.
for,
We'll
and
do our best.
yeah, it's amazing to see a 6. I don't think I've seen a 6 in person
Right.
out of this car.
No, that's right.
I've always been
Yeah.
back home. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks again.
As if there wasn't enough excitement over June 2 being the first pass of the day, we've got George Godwin, who is the driver of Monster GTRs in the second pass of the day. We're continuing the trend here of heavy hitters at GTR Festival for the last day.
Whatever micro records you want to. New R35 record. New R35 GTR record going to George Dodworth in his rear-wheel drive. I think it's a Power Glide or TH400, I forget. Woohoo!
Now we got all the GTR records. They can't say anything. There we go, man.
Amazing.
Look at that thing go.
First A to B pass.
Yeah. Boy, what a perfect time to do it, too. Holy crap. Nice work.
Thank you.
Amazing. Look at the car.
Looked up on that draggy.
What's that?
You know, it felt good. 60 foot. I'm used to the Pro Mod now, but it feels real good. It's the first time the converter worked all the way down the track ever.
Ooh.
And, you know, a little tire shake. I didn't feel like I was going to have to lift. And when the chutes were out at the quarter, it's rowdier than it's ever been. I was like,
you knew.
I think it just did something. You never know.
Yeah.
I had the drag.
What was your best pass before that? Like a 80?
Oh, and this 680.
80, yeah.
Just slipping the whole way down.
Wow.
So imagine Tony's probably just getting started, but that's the first A to B pass the car's made like properly with charge pressure.
Yeah.
And we didn't lock it up. You know, just,
Oh my gosh. That's
now,
amazing.
You know, everybody's got to fight. I'm simply going to state numbers like this car ran this number. Here's the facts about the chassis. I'll leave it to everybody else to decide if that's the.
But no R35's gone quicker than that.
But is it? You know,
regardless of drivetrain.
You have to leave that to the world to decide.
Exactly.
Is this an R35? Is Kimbo an R35?
It's honestly a drag car with a body, but it's an original body.
This is a modified class. I've had the opinion that maybe an X275 car is about the limit of where the car keeps its soul.
Gotcha.
Because you're not tubbing it, and generally could be factory transmission. You know, the supers, they've been putting TH400s in them forever. It's still a super. It's still a super runner.
Yeah.
But maybe also those guys have gotten away from the Astrases. So I don't know. I'm just real happy that
George Dodworth ran a 40. That's freaking amazing.
R35.
And you're
it's an R35 PB. I'll take that.
And you're gonna continue to go quicker. You're just starting here.
That's what I think the potential is, right over there. I think that one. We had a throttle body fault, 1,000 foot yesterday. It's best ever 8th mile.
Really?
ET by far. That was on the run for like a 630. And
I didn't know it had an issue.
Disappointment when
oh my gosh.
When the brakes come on, it drags it down. So, in the way of GTR, we may never line up those stars the way we did yesterday. I mean, the setup's ready, but it's like now. Do I break a drive shaft? Do I break an axle? The transmission?
Yeah.
Do I get out of the groove and have to lift?
It's very hard to get that platform to be perfect, and we saw that when everyone was chasing the 6s.
I love that car. It's a full factory chassis. Like, get in there, it's comfortable. It's still coming back to the pits. You know, it drives just like normal. It shifts like normal.
Yeah.
I think on one of these passes, I will go out to the convenience store. Last year, so.
That'd be great.
All right.
Congrats, George. Amazing.
Thank you.
Woo! You got a 41 in this thing?
Oh, that's not a GTR.
Oh, shit.
That's John Odom's car with a VR.
Is it Odom's car?
No, but it's
oh, yeah, there's it.
Chassis, titanium, big tires.
What number are we going to see today?
I don't fucking know. I'm hoping for a 40. We've been struggling. The car's gone 657 times in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, going like 53 last night or 51?
53, 58, 57, 53 again. So we're we're trying. It's just fighting us. The car needs work. We've been racing the shit out of it. So shocks need to be revalved. Like, it's not responding to the suspension changes.
She's a little worn out.
Yeah, we're just throwing weight on it and going. So we're gonna see. We haven't touched the nitrous yet. It's gonna go so much quicker. We just really gotta test and
get it running smooth.
Yeah, with work, it's been hard, but we're doing what we can. So it's consistent. At least we were trying to build a 650 bracket car. We got it.
Yep. All right, good luck, Brack.
Thank you.
So it's a very interesting time to be at GTR Festival here in Texas with an Australian with the overall GTR all-wheel drive record 637 in June 2. And then we have George, who just ran a 642 in his R35 rear-wheel drive car powered by the factory power plant, roughly. And then we have then we have Mac over here in his car, which is rear-wheel drive TH400 as well, like George's, but more of a factory chassis platform than what George is racing. So it's always up for discussion, what is a GTR? What is these records? But overall world record still stands with June 2. The R35 record up for discussion based on modifications to the body, chassis, things like that. But at this point, they're race cars, so they just have GTR platform inside of them. VR engine in George's car and Max, and then the RB platform in June 2. Max been a best of 651, I believe. We'll see if he can go 40s here today. He's just working on his consistency with this car, see if he can get this thing to go A to B so they can continue going quicker. He actually hasn't used the nitrous in this car yet, so we want to see him get fast out of him. Look at that, 660 and 630 side by side. It's a treat to see here. Fast ass passes, and Max got something to work with there. That looked pretty dang smooth, and that's what he was going for. Here comes Christine to potentially take home her second win this weekend. Can she do it in drag racing after the roll racing win against Terrence and Billy's car Friday night? Another fifth 7-0 in that car. Back-to-back wins here at GTR Festival for Christine Dodworth, and adding a fifth 7-0 time slip to her collection. Oh my gosh, oh no.
If you're in the car, put your hands together. The guy is right there on the property.
Look at that, just winning everything all weekend.
Look at that right there. Some more for you. And another nice billet trophy.
I've seen a few of these floating around the pits. The Nissan Stagey is a car we didn't get here. This is from Japan, right-hand drive. It's got the 2.5 liter turbo, kind of similar to the R32's, similar platform, all-wheel drive. How cool it would be to have an all-wheel drive wagon here. We did have it with the Hondas, but I'd say this is a little bit cooler. We've got another Stagey. This one's got the RB26 swap in it, so a little more power. The other one's a little more show. This one's got some power in it. Still twin turbo. Not a ton of power, but all-wheel drive RB26 wagon, pretty badass. All right, now for a goofy one. This one's been a little controversial here at GTR Festival. An RB in a Supra. If you like the sound of it, you can make some good power, but I believe a lot of import guys think the 2Js are the god motor. This is one of the steps down from it, but everyone's got their opinion. Here you have it, a top secret RB in a Supra. I don't know a lot about Japanese car heritage, but Top Secret has a lot of history in Japan, and this car's pretty sick. Wide body. Got some thick hips. Well, let me know what you think. What do you think about an RB in a Supra? Let us know in the comments. Definitely a unique swap.
Everything good? Yeah, well, we found the problem. the intercooler split.
Oh.
That's why I was pressurizing the tank and splitting it. So it happened 3 times. And we didn't realize until yesterday we started seeing a little bit of an issue with the cylinder head. The EGT jumping up on a couple of cylinders, and this morning it did it.
So instead of the water just flowing through, there was actually pressure going into...
Yeah. When we looked at the logs, that pass that we did, the 6.8, that was on 5 cylinders.
What?
Because we're here anyway, we may as well just try and put on a show for the guys, for the crowd, for all the people that came out to see us. And
is it still on 5?
No.
Okay, you got to fix.
No. It was just because the water went into the head.
Gotcha.
It was blowing out the spark. Yep.
Cool. All right. We're at full strength once again.
Yeah. I don't know about full strength. Obviously, money a bit different. We'll see what it does. Hopefully, it goes A to B, and we'll go from there.
What was that?
Nothing.
Is that your ballast? You put it in the water tank?
Well, now that we've lost 20 kilos of water.
Oh, you're not running water.
That's what I'm saying. We're
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Good luck. .658 at 216. That's what I'm talking about. Dang, they wanted to put on a show, and they sure did. Without an intercooler system, we're on 658. So we've got these 2 RE33s next to each other. We heard from Andrew how rare the 400R is over here. This is a 400R clone, but it's on an N1 chassis. If you look at the plate, 400 N1. This was a race car chassis by Nismo that only went to race teams, and they managed to get a hold of one of these. I think it was like one of 60. So a few more made than the 400R. Then they made it look like an identical clone to the 400R just to make it even more unique and crazy looking. And they look really good together, and they did an amazing job making it look like the real thing. Going for a run?
Yes, we're going for a run, Kyle.
Sweet. What do you think it's going to run? Have you taken it on the drag strip yet?
No, I have not. First time.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say probably a maybe like a 11.
It's all going to come down to the launch.
Yeah, we'll see.
Have fun.
I'm not going to really dump it, so
yeah.
It's going to ease into it, but it'll be a cool one.
We get to see a 400R make a pass down the drag strip here. This is going to be cool. Oh, Andrew in the 400R versus the Millennium Jade R34. This is going to be a cool race right here. I'm sure this has never happened in the U.S. before. Maybe in Japan.
That's correct. When did you ever
I don't
say
know
that
if
you
it's
saw
happened in the world.
M-Spec
Yeah?
400R?
I don't know.
Never. Unless it was like some backlot midnight club,
maybe.
Fucking, racing. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not at a drag strip. I think there's one in Japan, right?
One what?
One drag strip.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Not really a sport there.
No.
Man, look at them together. This is beautiful.
Yes. Keep doing it.
Yeah. Oh, they said it earlier, but I didn't quite click. This is an M-Spec NER, also making this one of a very rare, I don't know how many were made, very rare R34. There's definitely this is probably a very high 6-figure car right here. So the 400R is about 750 horsepower, and the Millennium Jade M-Spec NER is 500 and some horsepower. A lot of these cars they make look very generation correct with parts that you can get from Japanese car manufacturers. Got the HKS engine here with the twins on it. Actually, no, this has a single. That's right. No. Yeah, this has the big single. It looks like twins, but it's got 2 maps on it. went better than I thought it would.
Yeah, dude.
Little clutch smell.
Little clutch smell.
Little clutch smell.
Yeah.
Definitely not a drag racer. Very proud of him.
I mean, I'll give it to him, man. That's probably the most expensive drag race you'd ever see for in a Skyline platform.
Yes.
You know, that was so cool though. But I think this one made 700. The other one was like 550.
Yeah.
It's such a cool race.
So cool. He bogged a little bit and he recovered very well. That was great. Two very rare Skylines side by side here at GTR Festival. What a treat. An N1 chassis 400 replica, an actual 400R, and a Millennium Jade M-Spec NER all in one place. We got to see these two race. GTR Festival's been amazing. Okay, so GTR Festival's almost over and there's one last thing to do.
Yes.
Previously in the event, Andrew offered to take me for a ride in the 400R, and I could not forget that. So we're gonna go check this thing out from the passenger seat.
It's like a museum piece, you know what I'm saying?
It's cool to be sitting in here.
Yeah, exactly. Give it a little prime, like we always like to do, get the lines a little filled up, and then it starts just so easily.
40 of these cars made.
Shout out to WenLab because they do a CAN bus clock replacement for these cars.
Cool.
So it's got all my vitals in here.
Yeah.
Fuel, you can add TPMS, all this cool stuff, and ethanol content, everything.
And it all looks pretty factory.
Exactly, yeah, because you can just run it back to like a quartz clock, like what they used to have, what the car came with.
Yeah. It's very quiet.
It is. We had to keep the 400R Fujitsu muffler because it has 400R engraved on the side. Yeah. Drivability on this car is just the best. This is like my go-to.
Wow.
It's like my go-to. Yeah. So fun.
Oh my gosh.
So fun.
It sounds so good. Man, what a treat. Thank you. Thank you for letting me ride in this car. Every time I walk past it, I just have to stare at it.
Yes.
Because you know, there just aren't many of them out there. So I really appreciate the ride.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
What a great way to finish off our time here in Ennis, Texas, Texas Motorplex. We had a great time at GTR Festival, and to go for a ride in one of the rarest GTRs ever created was the cherry on top. Shout out to Andrew and Garage Zero for letting me do that. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button because you never know where we're gonna go next. We'll see you on the next one.